Morning children. Today we are studying social science resource and development textbook, that is geography for class 8. We are studying chapter 3 minerals and power resources. Now you can see a picture that is loading in a truck a coal mine. There will be a coal is there. Coal is loading in a truck. You can see in this picture. Now you can understand what are minerals. Any natural occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is a mineral. What are minerals? A naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is a minerals. Minerals are not evenly distributed over space. They are concentrated in a particular area or rock formations. Some minerals are found in areas which are not easily accessible, such as the Arctic Ocean bed and Antarctica. Now, do you know the salt in your food and graphite in your pencil are also minerals? Minerals are of two types: metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. Metallic minerals we can divide into ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous means iron, Fe, ferrous. That ferrous is that is iron, and non-ferrous, that is not contained iron. So metallic minerals can be divided into ferrous and non-ferrous. First one, minerals. Minerals are the naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition, that is minerals. Minerals are of two types: metallic and non-metallic. Metallic, that is ferrous, and non-ferrous. These are the classification of minerals. Then how can we take the minerals? How can we extract the minerals? How we can take all these minerals? Minerals can be we can take minerals in three levels, like mining, drilling, coring. We can extract the minerals by mining, drilling, and coring. That you know that mining can be of two types: open cast mining and shaft mining. Once again, extraction of minerals we can take from the earth crust by mining, drilling, and coring. Mining are of two types: open cast and shaft mining. Now you can see the offshore drilling of oil that you can see in this picture. Next, do you know a rock is an aggregate here means total of one or more minerals but without a definite composition of constituent of mineral. Rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ore. Although more than 2,800 types of minerals have been identified, only about hundreds are considered ore minerals. Next, do you know you can always tell if a rock contains copper because then the rock looks blue in color. You know, in Switzerland has no non-mineral deposit in it. Once again, Switzerland has no non-mineral deposit in it. Now we can understand this lesson about the minerals. For explaining about the minerals, I want to show you a picture. You can see in this picture there will be a cake is there. Can you list the ingredients of the yummy cake? Eggs, that is yummy cake. You like very much the yummy cake. I also like very much this yummy cake. So these cakes contain, which are the things that contains in the cake? Eggs, flour, sugar, etc. That will be contained in this contains in this cake. You can see in this cake. You may wonder, what are the ingredients of a rock or same like this? If the cake contains eggs, flour, sugar, etc., same like this, you can see in this minerals also. Minerals or ingredients of a rock or a mineral contain different elements. Now already I explained about what are minerals. Once again I want to explain what are minerals. A mineral is a naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition. Example you can see salt, graphite, etc. So in your pencil there will be graphite is there in your pencil. That graphite that you can write with that pencil, that is graphite. It contains graphite. That is also a mineral. There are minerals found. Minerals are concentrated in a particular areas or rock formations. Some minerals are found in areas which are not easily accessible. We will not get it. It is very difficult to take it. We cannot take it out. Example, Arctic Ocean bed and Antarctic Ocean, it's very difficult to take it. We cannot take it. So, how are minerals formed? Minerals are formed in a different types of geological environments under varying conditions. They are created by natural processes without any human interference. Why are minerals important? Minerals are resources that have utility and value. Utility is usability, value means worth. So where are minerals found? Minerals are concentrated in a particular areas or rock formations. Some minerals are found in areas which are not easily accessible. Example, Arctic Ocean bed and Antarctica. Already I explained. It's very difficult to access. We take it all these things from Arctic Ocean and Antarctic Oceans. How are minerals formed? Minerals are formed in different types of geological environment under varying conditions. They are created by natural process without any human interference. Why are minerals important? Minerals are resources that have utility. Utility means usability and have value or worth. Resources are you can once again I will tell resources have these resources minerals have utility and value. What is resource? Anything that satisfies human need is called resource. These minerals have utility and value. How can we identify mineral resources? Minerals can be identified on the basis of their physical properties and chemical composition or chemical properties such as color, density, hardness and solubility. Solubility here means a chemical property. Next we want to know about the types of minerals. We can divide minerals into two types. Already I told you metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. What are metallic minerals? These minerals contains metals in raw form. It's a solid form. Metals are hard substances that conduct heat and electricity and that have characteristics and it will be of luster or shine. Examples of metallic minerals are iron ore, bauxite, manganese, etc. Metallic minerals may be classified as ferrous and non-ferrous. Already I said you early that ferrous iron, non-ferrous it will not contain any iron at all. Ferrous minerals such as iron ore, manganese and chromites which contain iron. Non-ferrous minerals that do not contain iron but contain other metals such as gold, silver, copper and lead. Non-metallic minerals. Minerals that does not contain metals are called non-metallic minerals. Limestone, mica, gypsum as well as mineral fuels like coal and petroleum are examples of non-metallic minerals. How can we extract the minerals? How can we take out all these minerals? You can see in this picture taking these minerals. Minerals can be extracted by mining, drilling and quarrying. What is mining? The process of taking minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface. Open cast mining and shaft mining are two types of mining. What is open cast mining? Minerals that lie at the shallow depths are taken by removing the surface layer. That is called open cast. But shaft mining, we can go deep into the earth and taking all these minerals. That is called shaft mining. Deep bores are called shafts are made to reach mineral deposits that lie at the great depth, going to the great depth, that is shaft. If it is on the open surface, that is open cast mining. Then another process we are taking the minerals is drilling. Deep wells are bored to take minerals out, that is called drilling. Example, petroleum and natural gas occur below the earth surface. Next, already I told you shaft mining. Deep bores called shafts are made to reach mineral deposits that lie at the great depth. Drilling. What is drilling? Deep wells are bored to take minerals out, that is called drilling. Example, petroleum and natural gas occur below the earth surface. Next, you are very much familiar about quarrying. You may hear about rock quarries. Quarrying. The process known as quarrying is used to dig out minerals that lie near the surface. Topmost layer you can see that they are taking out from the surface, that is called quarrying. Quarry. You heard about rock quarries. Next, distribution of minerals. Minerals occur in different types of rocks. That is, you know very well that the three types of rocks are there. We already learned about three types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks are two types: intrusive and extrusive. Intrusive, that is, you can see inside of the earth, that molten magma that hardens, that substance intrusive. Extrusive, that come out and that become hardened, that is extrusive rocks. Metallic minerals, you know that metallic minerals we discussed already, generally found in the igneous and metamorphic rocks, which forms large plateaus. Non-metallic minerals like limestone are found in sedimentary rocks, formation of plains and young-fold mountains. Example: limestone deposit of Caucasus region of France, manganese deposits of Georgia and Ukraine, and phosphate beds of Algeria. Coal and petroleum are found in the sedimentary state. Now we can understand about the different countries having the deposits of these distribution of minerals. Asia, when we study about China and India have large iron deposits, and the continents of Asia produces more than half of the world's tin. The leading producers of tin globally are China, Malaysia, and Indonesia. China is the leader in production of lead, antimony, and tungsten. Asia also has a deposit of manganese, bauxite, nickel, zinc, and copper. Now we can understand about the Europe. Europe, the leading producer of iron ore, that is in Europe. Russia, Ukraine, Sweden, France have large deposit of iron ore. Deposits of copper, lead, zinc, and manganese and nickel are found in the Eastern Europe and European Russia. North America, the mineral deposits in North America are found in three regions: Canadian region, north of the Great Lakes, Appalachian region, mountain ranges of the west. So, iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium, and copper are mined in the Canadian Shield region. Coal is found in the Appalachian region. Western Cordilleras have huge deposits of copper, lead, zinc, gold, and silver. South America, the largest producer of high-grade iron ore in the world is Brazil. And never forget, the largest producer of high-grade iron ore is the world is the Brazil. Chile and Peru are also leading producers of copper. Brazil and Bolivia are among the world's largest producer of tin. Large deposits of gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, asbestos, and diamond are found in South America. Mineral oil is found in Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru, and Colombia. Already we discussed metallic, non-metallic regions: Asia, Europe, North America. Now we want to study about the South America. South America, the largest producer of high-grade iron ore in the world is Brazil. Chile and Peru also leading producers of copper. Next to Africa. Africa is the world's largest producer of diamonds, gold, and platinum. Major share of the world's gold is produced by South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. Copper and iron ore are chromium, uranium, cobalt, and bauxite are also found in Africa. Oil is found in Nigeria and Libya and Angola. Next we want to know about Australia. Australia, how the minerals are there. The largest producer of bauxite in the world is Australia. It's a leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin, and nickel. Copper, lead, zinc, and manganese are also abundantly found in Australia. Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie areas of Western Australia have the largest deposits of gold. Next we want to know about Antarctica. Geology of Antarctica predicts the existence of variety of mineral deposits. Large deposits of coal in the Transantarctic Mountains and iron near the Prince Charles Mountains of East Antarctica is forecasted. Iron ore, gold, silver, and oil are present in significant quantities in Antarctica region. Next you can see the world distribution of iron, copper, and bauxite. In this picture you can see this. Next the world distribution of mineral, oil, and coal you can see now. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much. Love you all.